name's DJ Rob Swift. My legal name is Robert Aguilar. My dad was a DJ, so my dad was my first example of what moving a crowd without speaking looked like and felt like. I'd help my dad pack his equipment, and we'd travel all over the city. Sometimes we'd go out of state to places like New Jersey, and my brother and I would help him set the equipment up, and we'd just watch my dad make a room full of people dance. My brother would take me to like hooky parties, and his friends would be like breakdancing, and other guys would be DJing and playing music. So that was my first example of DJing through the prism of hip hop. My older brother was playing the kind of music that the DJs that were popular back then, the pioneers, guys like Grandmaster Flash, Africa Bambaataa, Kool Herc, Jazzy J, Tony Tone, Charlie Chase. These are the pioneer DJs from the 70s era. Well, as far as what inspired me to start teaching goes, it's a funny question, because I feel like I've been teaching this art from the early stages of me learning about it, because I would bring friends over to my parents' home, and they'd watch me scratch records. They'd watch me apply these techniques that the pioneers from back then were doing, and they'd get up and be like, teach me that. So as a young kid, I'm talking 12, 13, 14 years old, I was figuring out ways of explaining this bastard art. When you're learning how to play the violin, you have a sheet of music in front of you, and you have to understand chords, notes, as you're playing. But with DJing, it's more instinctive. So it's like I had to figure out a way to put words and explain different techniques I was applying via instinct, and just learning by watching and listening to the guys that inspired me to do this. Throughout the years, I've developed a philosophy and a concept about this art, and I've been able to kind of condense it into a syllabus, and I teach my philosophy and my concepts about this art to the students here at the new school.
Eli Wills is my name. I'm a contemporary music student at the new school. A lot of my friends DJ, and I wanted to learn how to do it. I've always wanted to know how to do it, and I think we're like new school is like probably the only school with a DJ course that you can get credit for. So I thought that was pretty cool. A lot of my buddies actually from Washington like knew about the class, because Rob is a pretty well-known DJ. And so they were all like, oh, you have to take the DJ class there when I was transferring here, and so I did. Rob, he teaches you how to use like real vinyl on real turntables, so it's like you're not using controllers or like tracked or anything like that, you're using like real vinyl. You eventually like switch to a laptop and you started using Serato vinyl, which like that you can play your own music. So yeah, like he teaches you how to scratch and how to mix, and so like how they did DJing pre technology, or like laptop technology basically.
99.999% of the students that sign up for DJ Skills and Styles don't understand the term transform scratch, crab scratch, beat juggling. These are foreign terms to them. And then actually doing it, physically having to control the records and manipulate music the way I teach is just so beyond their scope of understanding what a DJ does. To the majority of my students, a DJ stands in front of a pair of CDJs or controllers and pumps their fists, and everyone goes crazy. But I teach them how to manipulate the music in real time with their hands.
It's like taking a class at a trade school almost. Like you learn a viable skill, I think. Like if you go to Manus or Jazz or something like that, you're obviously like improving on your own instrument, but by taking Rob's course, you actually like learn a new instrument and learn how to do it really well.
It's been a great experience, man, to see someone walk into my class that never so much as held a record in their hand, and by the end of the semester, they're performing a final, a 10-minute set. It's incredible to watch and experience.